there, Hunger Games fan. This is Wesatron. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Hunger Games movie Katniss Everdeen action figure by NECA Toys. This figure is part of the Wave 2 of NECA figures that came out. And this is not the one that is exclusive to Toys R Us. This would go to anybody, including like Amazon and things like that. So shouldn't be too difficult to get a hold of this figure. Back you can see we've got the cross cells that have both the regular figures in the Wave, Peeta and Katniss, as well as the exclusive Rue and Kato from the Toys R Us figure line. And here we've got Katniss, what's her name, Jennifer Lawrence, and it's the same basic flame look, which I'm kind of surprised that they emphasize so much, since the name of the second book is Catching Fire, and I know they are making that movie, so I thought they would do more fire stuff in the next one, but I guess it also kind of fits with the character and the costumes from the beginning. That was kind of the idea of, now I'm slipping on his name, Cinna, his ideas for our costume and stuff, having to do with the coal district in District 12. So, yeah, that's pretty much it on packaging. Standard clamshell. I always forget this, and it doesn't really matter. There's no credits down here on the bottom. Yeah, never mind. I was going to show you the credits, but we don't have any. So, yeah, let's get her open and see what she's got. And here we have Katniss out of packaging. And I didn't really mention it before, but the big difference between this and the Series 1 figure is that she's in her training clothes from before she actually entered the arena in the movie. So that's the big draw for this figure. Accessories-wise, she actually comes with exactly the same things that she did in the last series, which is a little unfortunate, but again, I'm not really sure what else they would have given her at this point. This was kind of her bread and butter, as her bow and arrow. So let's just get her out of the way for a second and hope she's going to fall. Alright, and this is the exact same bow as before. It's got the kind of silver metallic flake pearlescent paint job here that makes it kind of, I mean, in the books they were called silver, so that's kind of what they were going for, and they achieved it through this really pearlescent paint. Hopefully the light's catching that enough that you can see it kind of shimmers a little bit. So yeah, that they don't have any kind of action feature or anything. Like the arrows don't even clip on to the bow or anything like that, which isn't a huge deal. It would be better if she could actually use it a little better. The way I had her posed just a minute ago, she was kind of fudging it because her articulation isn't exactly up to par for it, but not awful. So first off, we'll take a look at the head sculpt here, and you can see it's a pretty good likeness of Jennifer Lawrence. This is the, as far as I could tell, the same head that came with the last figure. Pretty good likeness, I think, especially from certain angles. This one seems to be a little bit more consistent in the eyes department than the last figure was. I had to go through a lot of figures in the last one to find a good one. This one, most of them had a good job. Very nice small paintwork here. I don't know if this is a tampo. I would guess it is, but very, very nicely done. Although the 12 is a little off center there. So, but overall looks pretty good. I have a little bit of damage here, which was like that when it came out of the box. I didn't notice it in the box, or else I would have found another one. You can see the lines down the pants and everything. Pretty good. The boots again are very nice looking. The buckles are all painted and everything. It's got a nice like leather wash on it. Everything looks really good. You know, peg holes for a stand, which is good because she pretty much needs it. Unfortunately, similar to the last Katniss, this one is very difficult to stand, although much more so. Focus. There we go. Yeah, this one has a lot of problems standing. The pose she's got in with this one leg forward and one leg back is, you know, fine, except that the boots, if you can see that, how this one's level and that one's cocked up, that's a problem. I'm going to have to try and fix this with some boil action and see if I can't get that leg to go a little more out like that. So if I can get her, you know, on a nice flat stance, I'll be okay, but yeah, it's not working. If I can't do that, I'm probably just going to have to buy a stand, unless this is just a lemon. So if you guys have this, let me know, because I'd really like to know if I should be taking this back or not. Anyway, the costume is designed really well. They did this nice texture to it, and I hope that's coming through. You see there's kind of a a crisscross, like a crosshatch pattern texture to it. Very, very cool. The collar looks great. It's got these nice natural folds on it. Of course, the hair looks great again. The costume bunches up in all the right places. It looks really, really great. The legs here, the bum, everything, you know, they've did a great job, you know, kind of making the fabric look like it's stretching across, like it's not skin tight, but, you know, pretty close to it. So they did a good job at kind of bunching it up in all the right places to kind of sell that look. Articulation-wise, she's as limited as the last one. She's got this great ball-jointed neck, you know, very nice down action. So she can look down at Rue, even though there's no Rue in that costume yet. Back, pretty decent. Side to side, very good. Or the tilt, rather. The actual side to side, of course, is great because it's, you know, a ball joint. Swivel hinge shoulders go out pretty much laterally, like straight across. So that looks good. Swivel hinge elbows. Got a pretty good range this time around. I think a little bit better than the last one. About 90 degrees. I think, if I remember right, I think the jacket limited the last one a little bit. There's a nice 90-degree bend on this one, too. And for the the pose she was in earlier, you can see there's kind of these covers for her elbows back here to kind of hide that joint a little bit. So when I twisted it, I am bending that out a little bit to try and fudge that pose. So that's not ideal. You may, if you want to put her in any kind of archery pose, you may want to cut that back a little bit. But I would say you're probably just going to have to avoid any kind of natural archery pose and like have her holding her bow downwards or something like that. You know, like the bow here with kind of just an arrow hanging across it, which is unfortunate. I think with the design of this, they could have easily put a cut up here and just a hinge here. They may have been trying to avoid that for the sake of the sculpt, but personally I would rather have the articulation than the sculpt uninterrupted. That's just me. Swivel waist, just like before, and swivel boot tops, just like before. Unfortunately, nothing in the hips or knees. Personally, I think Katniss would have been a great candidate for some hyper-articulation because she is sort of cat-like. You know, she spends a lot of time in trees and, you know, hunting with bows. I think she would have been a really good candidate for some nice articulation down here. But what are you going to do? So, yeah, this figure I paid, I believe it was $16 for at Toys R Us. At least I hope it was $16, because if I paid more, then I'm a bit of a fool, because any action figure who can't stand is a problem. It's an action figure that doesn't have any action, which means if you're in a fixed pose and you can't stand, you are not anything. You're not an action figure, you're not an inaction figure, you're nothing. You're a paperweight. That's a huge problem. So, yeah, you guys let me know if you do have this figure. Let me know if I've just got a lemon here. I am going to try and, I think, boil her and just move her legs out a little bit more like that. It gives her a little bit more of an aggressive stance anyway, less demure, because she is, you know, somewhat of an aggressive character. So that's what I'm going to try and see if I have any luck. Hopefully I do, because she is a nicely designed figure in terms of her costume and paint. Everything is well done. It's just her ability to stand really sucks. The other big drawback for her is that she has no quiver. She's got 3 arrows and no quiver. So I'm probably just going to either stuff these down in the quiver of the old Katniss just to have some extra arrows, or I'll give the whole arrow and bow to Hawkeye from Avengers, since he tends to come with crappy ones. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, hit me up below, and if you would like to see more videos, of course, subscribe. I do them as much as I can, so I'll try to have more videos in the future, and if NECA continues to make Hunger Games figures, I'll definitely be reviewing them. So I appreciate it. Check out InfiniteHollywood.com if you got the time. There's some great stuff over there. Newt's always got something entertaining, so it's very, very worth your time if you'd like to go check it out. So thanks, guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. And just one last quick look. This is after the boil method. I adjusted her right leg out a little bit, her left leg back a little bit, and I still was having problems, so I went back, boiled again, and then started adjusting the feet. Just giving them a little bend, and then I basically just let her stand and kind of held her forward a little bit because she kept falling backwards, you know, over and over again. So after boiling, you can see she's much more stable now. You can turn the feet, and you know, you can turn them much wider, and she's going to be able to stand, you know, perfectly fine. So that's just another testament to the boil method. If you do want to check that out, I have a how-to video about that, and it's pretty simple. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know that it's not a problem that can't be fixed. It's a very simple thing you can fix. So just to give you guys a heads up, so you know, if you were thinking about getting it, but the stance was breaking it for you, you know that there's a way out. So there you go. Thanks, guys. Bye.